We're at the DoubleTree Hilton in Campbell at the Pruneyard. Great location if you want to have a bunch of places to be able to walk to, restaurants and shops. I mean, you could be here and not leave a walking distance within, for a few days. We've started with our back to the door, and here on the left we have the bathroom, which is kind of my first surprise. By the way, I booked a standard room, and they gave me this suite and basically said this is the ADA equivalent, so it's huge, as you will see. Bathroom has closet area on the right, and you'll see it's plenty of space horizontally. There's nothing to hang out, like if you had a dress that you needed to hang tall, that there's no space for that. But you got 4 feet of lateral space and all wheelchair accessible, and a nice shelf, and your ironing board and all that kind of stuff here, hangers. The bathroom itself, I believe if you were in a chair, that would be very accessible. Open, and actually has some countertop space, unlike some of the other places I've seen. A little bit of storage for towels and stuff. Pretty standard. A room for itself for the bathroom with for the toilet, with grab bars on both sides. And then on the left here, they have a shower. I personally hate this shower design. It may work for you, but it's got the faucets and it's reachable from where you're sitting. My problem with it is when you put the bench down here on the right, you're sitting inside the shower and you can't stand up without standing up where it's wet. And for me, that's a problem. I slip slide all over the place. I like being able to get my feet out of the shower area. And this, you have to sit in and across it. So there's not a lot of room there. But if you're using your own, like a shower chair yourself, you can roll in, there's room for that. So for some people it may work great. For me, it's not great. And then across, it also has a standard tub. This is not an accessible tub per se, although it does have grab bars. It doesn't have any of the other features of an accessible tub. But it is a tub, so it has both, which is nice because if you're with someone else, they can take a shower in here or a bath and not get your area all wet, as I've experienced before, sharing rooms. And then as we head back out of the bathroom, this does, by the way, have a sliding door dividing the toilet and shower area from the other, which is nice. Not easy to move, but it does. And the doorways are wide. If you're in a chair, you will fit through here. That's so frequently a problem with bathrooms, is you can't fit if you're using a chair. As we come into the living area, on the right we have a little cabinet which has a fridge and the coffee and the ice and that kind of stuff. There you go, mini fridge, standard stuff. And this is where they kind of seem to, in this room, dump a bunch of extra furniture. They've got a chair, a couch, a table, plenty of space. I mean, really, you feel like you could play a little bit of basketball in here, but if you had a family, you can easily get a rollaway in here. This is the king-size bed, writing table, writing desk, which you could pull the chair out if you were using a wheelchair and put in. Plenty of room to get around in here. You won't have a problem with space. Standard nightstand. No clock radio type of thing, just a phone, plugs, light. One thing we did notice, and this may just be a funky thing in this room itself, on the side table here there's a light, and it's not plugged in. Okay, we went to turn it on and it didn't work, and it's not plugged in, and there's no electricity. There's no electrical plug here. Air conditioning unit happens to be right next to the bed, and you have a wonderful view of pretty much absolutely nothing, like the backside of the bar patio area, which they fenced off. So you're not getting this for the view or anything. Having said this, there's pluses and minuses to this room. Off the top of my head, I'd give it a B as far as its rating and accessibility, but it's a nice location, nice new hotel, and certainly a big room. No major flaws with the accessibility. I personally don't care for the shower, but that's just me. It may work great for you.